What's up, family? Today we're doing a deep dive into calisthenics, covering everything from programming workouts for beginners to get started towards methods to progress to advanced moves. And by the end of this video you will have a workout plan to start, plus all the tools and knowledge you need to progress.
Exactly, and we will also guide you through what makes calisthenics such a beneficial sport to do, how you can program your workout yourself, and we will walk you through essential training principles to set you up for success.
And stay tuned, because somewhere in this video we're giving away a piece of equipment to one of you to help you on your journey. So stay tuned and let's get started.
Let's start very shortly with what calisthenics is. The word comes from Greek. Kalos meaning beauty and stenos meaning strength. So calisthenics stands for beautiful strength.
Exactly. Calisthenics is bodyweight training, but it's also about gaining control and balance. It's a journey where you're not just building strength and muscle mass, you're mastering your body's movement and discovering what you're capable of.
Over the years, calisthenics has evolved from basic exercises like push-ups and pull-ups to include three main pillars: basics, power moves or skills, and freestyle. Each of these offers something unique and helps you progress in different ways.
Let's start with the basics. Basics are the foundation exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, dips and squat. They might seem simple, but they're essential for building strength and endurance, and they are important at every level.
Exactly. Even as you get more advanced, the basics help keep you strong and balanced. They give you the power and control you need to progress toward more complex movements, so don't skip them. Next, we have the power moves or skills. These are challenging exercises like the handstand, the back lever, the muscle up or human flag. Skills require serious strength and are mostly performed for just a few reps or seconds.
Skills are all about progressions. You work up to the full move step by step. And while some skills are static, others involve dynamic transitions, like moving from an L-sit towards a handstand. So skills aren't just about strength, they're also about control and balance.
Each skill you learn is like unlocking a new level in your calisthenics journey, and that's what makes them so motivating to train for.
Finally, we have freestyle. Freestyle combines all the basics and skills, allowing you to create sequences that flow from one move to the next. It's like calisthenics choreography.
Freestyle is popular in competitions where athletes show their creativity and control. It's not just about strength, it's about combining explosive dynamic movements with static holds. You see moves like the 360 muscle up and the shrimp flip. Moves that really challenge your body in new ways.
Freestyle is where you really get to express your own style. There are no limits. You get to combine your favorite moves and make it your own.
So that's the essence of calisthenics. The basics build strength, skills bring control, and freestyle really lets you be creative. Together they make calisthenics a journey where you're constantly learning and improving and challenging yourself. Let's talk about why calisthenics is so powerful compared to other fitness styles. There are plenty of reasons to start, but we're going to focus on the top 5.
First up, calisthenics lets you learn impressive skills. Because you're using your own body weight and playing with gravity, you can master moves like the front lever, back lever or even the human flag. These aren't just exercises, they are skills that feel incredible to achieve.
Absolutely, and these skills require such precise control, which makes them unique to calisthenics. Second, you develop real functional strength. Unlike lifting weights at the gym where you're isolating and just pumping your muscles, calisthenics is all about using your whole body. This gives you strength you can actually use in real life.
We're not saying gym training is bad, it's how we started too. But we realized that being able to push heavy weight doesn't mean you have control over your own body. Calisthenics flips that by starting with bodyweight control first, and then, if you want, you can add more weights.
The third reason, core strength and a six-pack. Calisthenics relies heavily on compound exercises, which means your core is constantly engaged. Think about it. Moves like the handstand and front lever demand so much from your abs that you're training them without even thinking about it.
Right. You don't need to do endless crunches because your core is working hard in every exercise. It's one of the biggest benefits. You end up with a solid six-pack almost by accident.
4. Calisthenics helps you develop a lean athletic physique. since you're always moving and doing high intensity compound exercises. You're burning more calories and using multiple muscle groups. That's why a lot of people get that beach body look.
And the variety in calisthenics training keeps it challenging. You've got static holds, dynamic moves, explosive training and even circuit training for endurance. This mix not only builds muscle but also keeps body fat low so you get strong without bulking up.
And finally, flexibility. Calisthenics makes you way more flexible because many advanced moves like the L2 handstand demand it. At the start, flexibility isn't a crucial part, but as you progress, it becomes key to your control and range of motion.
Yes. Stretching becomes part of your training because it's essential for unlocking those advanced moves. The more flexible you are, the stronger and more resilient your muscles become. Without flexibility, you will find yourself limited in what you can achieve.
So, there you have it. Calisthenics builds skill, functional strength, a strong core, a lean physique and flexibility, all in one training method. And that's why it's such a complete way of training. Alright, let's dive into how to structure your calisthenics training effectively. A lot of people ask, like, how many days should I train per week and how should I split my workouts? Well, in our experience, in our own workouts and after 10 years of coaching, 4 days per week is ideal, with 2 push focus days and 2 pull focus days.
Exactly. In calisthenics, splitting between push and pull movements works well because each type of movement activates a group of muscles. For example, most pull exercises work both your biceps and back, while push exercises target your chest, shoulders and triceps. Training with a push and pull split ensures you're working each muscle group effectively and getting balanced strength.
And it's not just about working out different muscle groups. Since most calisthenics exercises involve compound movements, we need to think about movement patterns rather than isolated muscle groups. That's why we also break it down by movement patterns within push and pull.
Right, so in addition to splitting by push and pull, we also focus on horizontal, vertical, overhead, straight arm and bent arm exercises. This covers all the movement angles you need for a strong and balanced body. By targeting these patterns consistently, you're building a foundation that supports your progress into more advanced moves.
Now, to get a clear idea of what we're working toward, let's look at some iconic calisthenics moves. We're talking about things like the push-up, pull-up, dip, the muscle-up, the human flag, handstand, front lever, back lever, the planche and the handstand push-up.
And when we categorize those moves, we're thinking about them as straight arm or bent arm and of course as either push or pull. This setup is what shapes our workouts, targeting both bent arm and straight arm exercises within each push and pull workout.
Exactly, by structuring workouts this way, we ensure we're covering all the angles and movement patterns. It's what gives us a well-rounded strength and prepares us for those advanced moves.
Now, you might be wondering, what about core and leg exercises? Great question. The cool thing is that most core exercises can actually fit within push or pull days. For example, planks fall under push exercises because you're holding a pushing position, and leg raises are typically pulling since you are engaging your abs and core with a pulling motion while holding onto a pull-up bar.
And it's the same for leg exercises. For instance, squats are a pushing motion while deadlifts are more of a pulling motion. By categorizing core and leg exercises this way, you're not skipping any important areas but actually integrating them into your push and pull workouts.
This approach also helps balance your training volume. So instead of having separate leg days, we spread our lower body work across push and pull days. It means we're hitting each part of the body, including core and legs, without overloading any single area.
Alright, now that we have our splits and movement patterns, let's talk about exercise order and workout volume. A good rule of thumb is to start with the most challenging exercises first. These are usually 1 or 2 straight arm holds since they are more demanding and require the most focus.
And that's because the hardest moves takes the most energy. So if you're working on, let's say, a handstand progression, do that first while you're fresh. And after that we move into 2 or 3 bent arm strengthening exercises like the push-up, the dip or rows, where you're really building up strength.
And finally, we end with 1 or 2 core or leg exercises. By the end of your workout, you've already engaged your core in all the previous exercises, so it's just a final round of training in general. This structure includes 5 to 8 exercises total, depending on your level.
And this order helps you to stay consistent with each muscle group. Every workout, we're covering a balance of challenging skills, strengthening movements, and supportive core work, which is really important for building up control and avoiding imbalances.
Now let's get into reps and sets. We recommend 3 to 5 sets per exercise. For tough skill-based exercises, aim for lower reps, for example 4 to 8. Whereas with simpler strength building exercises, you go higher, up to 8 to 20 reps. This gives you a good mix of both strength and endurance.
And rest times are crucial too. The rule is simple: the harder the exercise, the longer the rest. For low rep, high skill exercises, rest for 2 to 4 minutes, and for high rep exercises, 1 to 2 minutes is usually enough.
This balance of high intensity moves with appropriate rest lets your muscles recover and adapt, which is especially important in calisthenics, where we're often working multiple muscle groups at once. Alright, so since a lot of you are probably excited to get started by now, let's dive into a beginner-friendly plan that anyone can follow. And we mean beginner, so even if you're struggling with dips or you're just starting out, this setup is perfect for you.
Exactly. We'll keep it simple and effective. Let's start by looking at the 2 different push workouts and go through the exercise that we will choose for each one. This way you'll have a clear idea of how each movement helps build strength and control from the ground up.
Alright, first up are the push-up variations. Since we're keeping it beginner friendly, we're going with 2 accessible options: knee push-ups and incline push-ups. These are both bent arm push movements, and they are perfect for building that foundational pushing strength.
Yes, and the great thing about these variations is that you can adjust the incline to make it a bit easier or harder depending on your level. Both of these options are essential for anyone just starting out with push exercises.
Next, let's look at the dip variations. Here we're starting with the bench dip and the straight bar jump. Bench dips allow you to focus on your triceps and shoulder stability, while the straight bar jump introduces a dynamic element. Both are bent arm exercises, giving you control and endurance.
Moving to the handstand push-ups. This can be intimidating, but don't worry, we're scaling it down. We'll start with incline pike push-ups and the frog stand kick-ups. These moves work on shoulder strength and balance without requiring you to hold a full handstand.
And for straight arm strength in the handstand category, we're going with pike holds and pike shoulder taps. The pike hold gets you comfortable with weight on your hands, while the shoulder taps build stability and control.
Then we have the planche progressions. We'll keep it simple with a plank and a tucked L-sit hold. These moves strengthen your core and shoulders while preparing you for more advanced planche holds down the road.
Finally, we can't skip squats variations. For leg strength, we're starting with squats and lunges. Great foundational moves to build up your lower body. Squats and lunges also give you that extra power for a balanced workout.
So with these beginner level variations, we've designed 2 solid push workouts. Each move targets a specific area, but together they build balanced strength across your entire body. Alright, we've covered the push workouts. Now let's dive into the 2 pull workouts. These exercises are all about building pulling strength and core control with a focus on the upper body and the posterior chain.
Yes, for beginners, we're taking iconic pull exercises and scaling them down to make them accessible. First, let's look at pull-up variations. We're starting with Australian pull-ups and Australian chin-ups. Both are bent arm pulling exercises and are a fantastic way for beginners, as they allow you to control the range of motion by adjusting the bar height.
And if you're working towards pull-ups or muscle-ups, these are excellent starting points. Speaking of muscle-ups, we're including assisted pull-ups and assisted chin-ups. These variations help build up strength gradually by reducing the load on your upper body.
Now let's talk about core stability with the human flag progression. For beginners, we're going with the tucked hollow body hold and the Superman hold. These exercises engage your core and shoulder stability, prepping you for more challenging movements down the line.
Then there's the front lever progression. We're starting with hanging knee raises and scapula pull-ups, which are both straight arm exercises. Hanging knee raises get your core and hip flexors fired up, while scapula pull-ups teach your scapular control, a crucial component for front lever progressions.
For the back lever progression, we'll begin with lower bar skin the cats and reverse leg raises. Skin the cats are great for shoulder mobility and strength, and reverse leg raises engage the lower back and glutes while you learn the body position needed for back levers.
And finally, we have deadlift variations for pulling leg strength. We're starting with the single leg deadlift and glute bridges. These exercises are excellent for beginners, building posterior chain strength and stability without heavy weights.
So with these beginner level variations, we've got 2 balanced pull workouts. Each exercise builds foundational strength, prepping you for more advanced moves as you progress. Alright everyone, as you can see, we've put together a complete set of 4 beginner calisthenics workouts. These exercises are effective, build solid muscle mass, and each connects directly to advanced goals in calisthenics.
And the best part, we've built this exact plan into our brand new Calisthenics Family workout app. So you can follow along with instruction videos, lock your sets and reps, and track your progress week by week to see yourself grow.
Yeah, and here is something really cool. In the app, you can actually see your overall level for each skill we talked about in this video. This way, you always know your next step and what to focus on to unlock the next stage of your calisthenics journey.
Now that you're ready to get started, just click on the first link in the description or search Calisthenics Family in the App Store or Google Play to download our app. It's all there to guide you every step of the way.
We can't wait to see you all progressing through the levels, so let's get this journey started together. So let's say you're hitting all your rep targets in your workouts. You might be thinking, what's next? In calisthenics, progression means leveling up with harder variations instead of adding weights. It's like unlocking new skills in a game.
Exactly. And there are a few ways to do this. First, you can use resistance bands to gradually reduce support as you build up strength, or try changing your grip or hand position. For example, from a regular push-up to a diamond push-up for more added tricep focus.
Another way to progress is by elevating your legs or hands. Moving from pike push-ups to elevated pike push-ups makes the exercise harder, as more of your body weight shifts onto your hands.
You can also try unilateral exercises like pistol squats or single arm holds to work each side independently. And don't forget about tuck, single leg and straddle variations in holds, which gradually increases difficulty by extending your body. It's all about tweaking movements to keep challenging yourself. We'd love to dive deeper onto each of these options, but to keep this video focused for beginners, we recommend checking out the exercise library in our app. It's packed with over 500 bodyweight exercises, and you can filter by level and muscle group to find your perfect progression.
Yep, so whether you're looking to move from a pike push-up to a more advanced version, you can exactly find that by setting the same muscle groups and the next level.
So remember, progressing in calisthenics is all about exploring new variations. It keeps things fun and motivating as you work toward advanced skills.
That's really the beauty of calisthenics. You're always growing and unlocking new abilities. Enjoy each step and celebrate your progress along the way. Alright, so now that you have a beginner workout plan and know how to progress, let's talk about the 10 essential training principles that will make a huge difference in your calisthenics journey. These principles guide you in building strength, mastering skills, and seeing consistent progress over time.
First up, consistency. It's all about sticking with your routine. Results come from training consistently over months, not from stopping and starting. Calisthenics skills like the handstand or muscle up can take time, so long-term focus is key.
Exactly. Many people stop when they hit a plateau, but those who stay consistent see the real progress. Next is setting clear goals. In calisthenics, there are countless skills to learn, so focusing on 2 or 3 specific skills at a time keeps you progressing steadily.
So goals give you direction and motivation, and in our programs, each level is structured around achieving set skills. It's like following a roadmap. You will also need a systematic approach. Training in logical steps means each exercise supports your overall goal. For example, if you're aiming for a muscle up, train your push and pull power with exercises that build explosiveness.
And as you progress, adjust your exercises gradually rather than jumping ahead. This structured approach avoids injury and helps you achieve your goals. And keeping track of your progress is essential. Record your reps, sets and hold times so you can see improvements and set new targets.
Yes, exactly. So progress logs helps you identify where you need to push harder and motivate you as you reach each new level. The next one is about having a growth mindset. Treat calisthenics like building a puzzle. Each piece or exercise contributes to a bigger picture. Mastering dips helps with handstand push-ups and hamstring flexibility supports the back lever.
Next is about specificity. The body adapts to what it practices. So if you want to master a handstand, practice the exact movement along with supplementary exercises.
Many athletes get stuck by training too many unrelated exercises. Focusing on direct skill work plus complementary moves is what really drives progress. Then we have overload. Increase the difficulty of your exercises over time, whether it's more reps, harder progressions or added resistance to keep challenging your body.
This way your body adapts to the new loads, making you stronger and able to progress faster. Then we have the principle of reversibility. This means if you stop training, you lose your progress. And skills and strength decrease faster than flexibility. So having a long break can set you back.
And that is why even small workouts, for example during vacation breaks, can help you maintain strength and flexibility. The ninth training principle is about decreased surplus yield. As you train, progress slows down. So gains are quick at first, but over time you will see smaller improvements.
So to overcome plateaus, switch up your routine every 8 to 12 weeks. Try different angles, higher loads or new exercises to keep progressing. Lastly, supercompensation. This is when the body adapts to a training load and then becomes stronger to handle future loads.
It's all about breaking plateaus.
So these are the 10 principles, so make sure to keep these in mind and you'll be well on your way to mastering calisthenics.
Alright guys, that's it. You're ready to start your calisthenics journey. We've covered the basics, skills, programming, a plan to start, training principles and everything you need to get going with confidence.
And remember, the exact beginner program we've talked about today is already built into our app Calisthenics Family. So if you're ready to dive in, download the app for easy access to all the exercises, progress tracking and skill progressions you'll need.
Plus, if you've watched this far, you've got a great chance to win a set of Calisthenics Family parallels. Just like this video, subscribe and drop a comment below and we will announce the winner in the next video. This is the winner of the last video. Congrats.
So guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to watch this video here for more calisthenics content and click here to download our app. And we'll see you in one of the next videos. Peace out.
Peace out guys.